Selective tolerance and hypocrisy. Really fucking annoying. Why does it bug me? Well, fairness and meritocracy, I think, are really, really important values that, for whatever reason, are being downplayed now, or, equity is being substituted for equality, which is sneaky as fuck. And, fairness, I guess, is subjective. But I mean, I'll use an example. When I was a smoker, the government and everybody, all levels, were like, your smoking is harmful to you. It's offensive to me. And if you want to do it, well, we'll let you do it. But you got to do it outdoors. And, if you do it around kids, without giving a shit, then, it's not cool, because kids are impressionable and we don't want them to start smoking. And this is all quite reasonable, I guess. But then the government's like, okay, I accept it. Because, smoking, right, fine. Then the government's like, okay, cool. And by the way, for the privilege of smoking with these restrictions, because you want to, we don't like it, we're also going to tax the shit out of it. For two reasons. One is it's hopefully it'll be a disincentive, because, you shouldn't be smoking, and we're going to, try to make it so expensive that you smoke less. Conveniently, we're going to make money. Okay, cool, but sounds like a lazy way to make tax with a whole lot of gobbledygook. But yeah, cool. But then they went, oh, and by the way, that tax, it's a disincentive for you to smoke, but also, you're going to die early and you're going to cost the system a lot of money. So that's why we can tax the shit out of you. I'm like, okay, cool. But then if you think about that, you're like, well, hang on a sec. If I die early, if a lot of us smokers die early, and we were going to retire, depend on the government anyway, on a pension, then how much more money would I cost you, government, if I live for another 20 years on the government pension, or 30 years, than it cost me to treat me for a few years while I died a horrible death from cancer 30 years earlier? I don't know, I haven't done the math, but it's a fair argument. Maybe they cancel out. Maybe I can say bullshit. But hey, whatever. And that's all fine until, now with this whole, let's frame everything that's like this as, hey, don't pick on me, stop being phobic, So now we're in a world where, if you're obese and you are eating too much food, you're not allowed to say, hey, man, I don't want to be mean, but if you eat too much, it's fine, I'm not going to shame you, but if you're going to say, hey, don't even tell me it's bad for me, that's fat phobic, and I'm going to make videos glorifying eating food that your kids can view, and don't even try to stop your kids seeing it, because, you're a phobic, you're picking on me, and I'm just trying to be my true self eating food, and how dare you perpetuate your bigotry on your own kids? And I'm like, okay. And my answer to that would be, well, selective. Selective. All right. So, first of all, no, fuck you. My kids' health comes before your fat ass and your self-delusion. And you know what? I could have gone about a tactful way to tell my kid, hey, don't eat too much because being fat's unhealthy. But now that you said that, well, you know what? I'm just going to say, hey, see that person over there? They eat too much, and they think that, nope, they shouldn't be criticized for it. And they think I'm a bigot for pointing out anything unhealthy about it. And not only that, but they don't want me to tell you that it's bad, because apparently that's perpetuating bigotry. But at the end of the day, is if you eat too much, you're going to look like that fat, ugly thing. Okay, so I'm obviously being hyperbolic, but I mean, I think my point's clear, you know. If you're going to be selective on one vice and shame and say, hey, you know, don't influence kids, and we're going to tax you, like smoking, then you can't let an equally perfectly parallel thing go off scot-free. I mean, you can't do that, because the natural reaction is, well, I wasn't going to be mean to you, but I probably wasn't even going to use you specifically when I tell my kids, hey, maybe don't be obese, but if you're going to have that attitude, well, I'll just use you as an example, because it's much easier. And, you know, I mean, you can think you're beautiful fat, you can think you're healthy fat, but I hate to say it, but in the real world, my kid's going to go, yeah. I mean, kids haven't got the bullshit layers of adult, you know, adult propaganda programming, you know. Kids are ruthless to each other. Kids bully each other. It's fascinating to watch, and I'm not comfortable to watch, but I mean, if the natural order of things for all children is to be kind of pricks to each other, no matter what we do, then yeah, kids gonna know, okay, just somehow gut instinct. Yeah, cool. I don't know, I'm not an adult yet. I can't intellectualize why you pointed to that person and said, don't eat too much or you'll look like that, but that's all you need to say to a kid. And if you think that's mean, hey, welcome to the real world. You know, if we want to play really fair, then the government should tax you 20 grand if you want to eat like that for 30 years, because apparently you're going to die young too and cost the system. And, you know, fair is fair. Then every time you buy a plane ticket, you should buy two, even if there's room on the plane, because let's be fair. I was robbed 20 grand. I didn't like that. I think it's unjustified, but that's my fight, you know. And if you want to be like that, then, well, let's be really fair. Not only am I going to say no, smokers get to buy tax-free cigarettes and they get health insurance like anybody else, according to your logic, or you pay $50 for a hamburger for your own good, because we have to pay for your what you're going to cost the system, you know. Let's be fair. So yeah, selective things like that, not cool. It should be obvious. Fairness and meritocracy, high value in my head, should be obvious. But no, let's make it all complicated. Oh, you know, meritocracy sounds like a coded way of saying, oh, we have an advantage because of privilege, because, you know, we're white and whatever, and that's why we, through meritocracy, ended up, you know, I don't know, overrepresented in certain areas. That's the only reason, you know. Take that away, give me a little boost up to counteract that totally not imaginary privilege, and pretend meritocracy doesn't exist, and hey, I could do your job too. I'm like, okay, cool. If you think so, give it a crack. Well, this is happening, and turns out that just because you are given a pathway to do a job that you didn't earn doesn't mean you're going to be good at it. And you know, it doesn't matter how good you think you are, winning, getting boosted past meritocracy, I don't know, to start writing Hollywood movies, but unfortunately you're terrible at it and they suck, and if nobody buys it, who are you going to blame them? Well, they will blame the fans. You know, the fans are bigoted because I took over and dared to, you know, put a bit of diversity in it. I go, really? Because I thought you made a terrible movie with bad writing, and you ham-fistedly shoved cringe diversity in, almost as if you aren't really good at this and have no experience in it, and you know, didn't earn the position to do the job. Maybe that's true. You know, maybe people will accept diversity just fine if it's done in a way that's sort of organic and at least done by somebody who's competent and good at their job. And really, meritocracy means that the best person to do that best will be whatever skin color. Doesn't matter. And who's better at things in different areas does vary, you know. And yeah, there's gatekeeping, but I mean, meritocracy isn't flawless. But if you throw out meritocracy, things fall apart really quick. And if you think Elon Musk was being hyperbolic when he said DI will kill people, planes will fly out of the sky, well, I hate to say it, but LA was on fire all of a sudden, and there was no water to fight those fires, and there's a lot of factors involved. But I mean, one of the fundamental things you need to fight a fire when you know it's coming is to have water. And I mean, if you look at the people who are responsible for that, well, shit, oh no, Musk can't be right. Musk can't be, it must just be by accident, like, this is just coincidence, anybody could have been in charge of LA with the fires. Water runs out all the time. Musk was just right by coincidence. Must be that, yeah. Okay, sure, fine. Like, whatever you say.